Here's our final example for the day. It's asking us to graph the figure and classify it, then find the area. So I have the 4 points I need to graph on my coordinate plane, and then we'll be able to see the type of figure that's in front of us, and based on that, we'll figure out which formula to use, which would give me my answer, which would be the area of the figure. So let's start with point A, which is at 3, 3. So I go to 3 on X, and then go up 3 on the y-axis, and I'm going to label the point, which is A. The next point is at 3, 6, so I go to 3 and then go up 6. It's on the same line. Could be a rectangle, could be a well, not a triangle because we have 4 points. So C is located at 5, 6, so I go to 5, then I go up 6. Right here is my point C, and point D is at 8, 3. Okay, it's a little far off, 8, and I go up to 3. Okay, I can kind of figure out what the shape's going to be. First thing you have to do though is to connect your points, which should give us a clearer picture. Now, hopefully I can do a good job at connecting this. Yep, not too bad. Okay, we have a trapezoid. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write down my formula, which is, if you remember, hopefully by now you do, is base 1 plus base 2 times the height, divide that by 2. It's a 3-step formula. So before I substitute in the values for each side, I'm going to have to figure out the side lengths. So this would be my base 1, base 2, and the height. Actually, I actually only need those 3 lengths to complete my problem. So base 1 is from B to C. So it's 1, 2 units. Base 2 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, don't only look at complete squares, okay? Because we do have to go all the way from A to D. So I can't really stop here and say it's 4 units because there's another one. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 units. You do have to go from each corner to the next. We're not just looking at complete or full squares. So I do have my base 1 and base 2. Okay, I'm gonna label that for you also. My height is from A to B, so it's 1, 2, 3. Height is 3 units. So once I know my base 2 bases and the height, I can go ahead and plug in the values into the formula. Base 1 is again 2 units. Base 2 is 5 units. The height is 3 units. You can put a multiplication sign over here or a dot so you know you have to multiply or not. Doesn't really matter because whenever there's a number outside of parentheses, that always means to multiply. My final step is to divide by 2. So I'm also going to include that in the next step. First thing, I'm going to add the 2 bases. Let me kind of separate the solution from the picture. 2 plus 5 is 7. Okay. Now, once I know the base 1 plus base 2 or sum of the 2 bases, I'm going to multiply by that by the height, which is 3. 7 times 3 is 21 divided by 2. 21 divided by 2 would give me 10.5. Okay, so the area of the trapezoid ABCD is 10.5 square units because we are doing area in this problem and not perimeter. And there you go. So today when you're practicing problems on ConnectEd, make sure to classify your figure, make sure your points are located in the correct locations on the coordinate plane, and based on the shape that you see, use the formula that is appropriate. So if it's a triangle, you're going to do base times height divided by 2. If it's a parallelogram for area, you're going to do base times height divided by, not division, I'm sorry. It's just base times height. And if it's a trapezoid like this, you do base 1 plus base 2 times the height divided by 2. And now that is all for area. But carefully read the problem because you might have some problems that is asking you to find the perimeter. Perimeter is the distance around the figure. So in that case, you will have to add each side length of the figure and find the total, and that would be your answer. So good luck for today, guys.